Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Before we start, I want to tell you guys that we have a new schedule for the channel. There will be 3 videos per week, Monday, Wednesday and Saturday. Saturday will normally have top 10 anime. So today we have top 10 wholesome anime. Before start, let me explain to you what I mean by wholesome anime. I'm talking about that type of anime that doesn't have drama, fights or complicated romance. Just a peaceful and heartwarming anime that will leave you in a state of calm. Now that's clarified, if you want to send me a message you can always follow my Instagram account or join our Discord community, the link to both will be in the description. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with Denki Guy. The main character is a shy kid who just started his part-time job at a manga store in the middle of the city. But his lifestyle isn't as glamorous as the neon lights that illuminate the city. His closest friends are his co-workers, who are all unique characters, to say the least. And although they are nice people, they have their quirks. They are a tight group of friends, have nicknames for each other and spend their weekends inside, sheltered from the extravagant scene happening on the outside. This anime is quite simple, but what makes it good is the characters. There's only a handful of them, but they are all very relevant and unique. The subtle reference to other anime throughout the show is also very smart and funny to watch. If you think this might be a show for you, give it a try. In number 9 we have Comic Girls. The main character is a young manga artist who is down on her luck. She wants to draw manga about high school girls, but her storyboards are bland, her art uninspired, and her premises weak. Her concerned editor comes up with an idea: push her to be more social. So, by her recommendation, she moves into a dormitory for female manga artists. She soon meets the other residents: Tsubasa, a shonen manga artist, Ruki, who draws erotic manga popular with women, and Koyume, a shoujo artist who, like the main character, has yet to be serialized. Quickly striking up a friendship with these girls, the main character finds a new inspiration for a manga and continues to grow her creativity. Comic Girls is a showcase of the daily lives of these manga artists. Now, there's some anime related to drawing manga like Barakamon, which I really enjoyed, so I decided to give Comic Girls a try. I was gladly surprised. Even though it's quite simple, the characters are very well developed and the story is fun to watch. In most of this type of animes it gets boring down the line, but that didn't happen with this one. If you want an anime related to drawing manga and with some cute girls, this one might be for you. Number 8 comes with Laidback Camp. While the perfect getaway for most girls her age might be a fancy vacation with their loved ones, the main character's ideal way of spending her days off is camping alone at the base of Mount Fuji. From pitching her tent to gathering firewood, she has always done everything by herself and has no plans of leaving her little solitary world. However, what starts off as a usual camping session somehow ends up as a surprise get-together for two, when a lost girl is forced to take refuge at her campsite. Despite their hasty introductions, the two girls nevertheless enjoy the chilling night together, eating ramen and conversing while the campfire keeps them warm. And even after she leaves, both girls silently ponder the possibility of another camping trip together. I love me some survival or camping type of anime, especially if it's peaceful and doesn't have any killing in it, and Laidback Camp delivers that perfectly. From actually teaching you stuff about camping to beautiful drawing of Japanese landscapes, Laidback Camp is truly a beautiful anime. I would totally recommend you watching it if you haven't yet. In number 7 we have Sweetness and Lightning. Since the death of his wife, the main character has been caring for his young daughter to the best of his abilities. However, with his lack of culinary knowledge and his busy job as a teacher, he's left relying on ready-made meals from the convenience stores to feed his little girl. Frustrated at his own incapability to provide a fresh, nutritious meal for his daughter, he takes up an offer from his student to come have dinner at a family's restaurant. But on the very first visit, the father and daughter discover that the restaurant is often closed due to the mother's being away for work, and that she often eats alone. After much pleading from his student, he decides to continue to go to the restaurant with his daughter to cook and share delicious, homemade food. The plot is very simple, no drama, no fighting, just heartwarming scenes with some comedy. The little girl is also very cute and energetic, which makes the whole thing 10 times better. I would definitely recommend giving this one a try. Number 6 comes with Helpfux Fox Senkosan. Like many hardworking members of the workforce, the main character is perpetually stressed out by his job. Still, since he lives alone, he must carry on to sustain himself. Little do humans like him know, this stress takes the form of darkness residing within a person's body and will bring one's life to ruin. Fox gods can see this darkness and have the duty to save people from it before it's too late. To help get rid of the main character's stress, Senkosan, an 800-year-old fox girl, volunteers to take care of him and will do everything she can to ease attention in his soul. Now, there is a romance tag on this one, but it's nothing major or something that can cause troubles. Remember, this is an old fox, even though she looks like a little girl. There's a bit more fantasy since it involves gods and stuff of sorts, but besides that, it's a normal slice of life anime. In number 5 we have Poco's Hudond World. Taking a break from the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, the main character returns to his home in Kagawa. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Though his parents are no longer around, his former home and family-owned udon restaurant reminds him of the times his family was still together. Reminiscing of his childhood, he enters the udon restaurant and discovers a grimy young boy sleeping. At first, he thinks nothing of the chance encounter and provides the boy with food and clothing. However, to his surprise, the boy suddenly sprouts a furry pair of ears and tail. He soon learns that the nameless boy is actually the rumored shape-shifting tanuki that has been inhabiting Kagawa for many years. Poco's Hudond World follows the heartwarming relationship between these two characters, and through the time they spent together, he recalls his own past, the place he left behind for the city, and the relationship he had with his father. Overall, it's a very nice show that makes you think about your relationships and how important they are. Number 4 comes with Bunny Drop. The main character is a 30-year-old bachelor working a respectable job but otherwise wandering aimlessly through life. When his grandfather suddenly passes away, he returns to the family home to pay his respects. Upon arriving at the house, he meets a mysterious young girl named Rin, who, to the main character's astonishment, is his grandfather's illegitimate daughter. The man, angered by his family's coldness towards Rin, announces that he'll take her in, despite the fact that he's young, a single man with no prior childcare experience. Now, the anime is simply amazing because you get to see the father trying to learn how to take care of a child. One thing I do not recommend is reading the manga if you like the anime because, believe it or not, it takes a pretty weird turn. Focusing on the anime now, I really did enjoy watching it, so give it a try if you think you might like it too. In number 3 we have My Roommate is a Cat. The main character is a 23-year-old mystery novel author, major introvert, and an awkwardly shy person. He would much rather stay home to read a book than go outside and interact with others. Now that seems familiar. Even more, his parents tragically died in an accident many years ago, leaving him alone in the world. One day, while giving offerings to his parents' grave, he runs into a small grey and white cat named Haru, which he ends up taking home with him. Haru is grateful towards him, as he gives her all the food she wants, a luxury for a cat who used to have a rough life on the streets, but she notices that he can't even seem to take care of himself. Now, this one is a great anime. It's on my top 3 slice of anime, and that's because you get 10 minutes from the perspective of the human and then another 10 of the perspective of the cat, of the same events. This makes it extremely fun to watch and very original as well. The relationship between the two is amazing, and as such, I highly recommend you watching it. Number 2 comes with Barakamon. Now, this is a more well-known one. The main character is an up-and-coming calligrapher, young, handsome, talented, and unfortunately a narcissist to boot. When a veteran labels his award-winning piece as unoriginal, he quickly loses his school, with severe repercussions. As punishment, and also in order to aid him in self-reflection, his father exiles him to the Goto Islands. Far from the comfortable Tokyo life the temperamental artist is used to. Now thrown into the rural setting, he must attempt to find new inspiration and develop his own unique art style. That is, if the boisterous children, Fujoshi middle schoolers, and energetic old men stop barging into his house. Thanks to his wacky neighbors who are entirely incapable of minding their own business, the arrogant calligrapher learns so much more than he ever hoped to. The comedy in this one is amazing. I found myself laughing out loud, which normally I don't do while watching anime. You get that occasional giggle, but not really laughing. The female main character is super funny, from what she does to her facial expressions. I highly recommend you watching Barakamon if you haven't yet. And in number 1 we have Tanaka-kun is always listless. For high school student Tanaka, the act of being listless is a way of life. Known for his inattentiveness and ability to fall asleep anywhere, Tanaka prays that each day will be as uneventful as the last, seeking to preserve his lazy lifestyle however he can, by avoiding situations that require him to exert himself. along with his dependable friend Ota, who helps him with tasks he's unable to accomplish. The lethargic teenager constantly deals with events that prevent him from experiencing the quiet and peaceful days he longs for. Tanaka-kun is one of my favorite main characters from all the shows I've seen so far, and I can't really tell you why, but I just connected with him and I love it. The show is amazing, the characters are also top notch, with every single one of them having their own problems, and the comedy is also really good, at least for me. If you don't watch anything else from this list, at least watch this one. Before we end the video, I want to give you guys some more recommendations. These 4 anime are also really good. The only reason I didn't include them in the list, it's because they have shorter episodes. Now, if you are a person who maybe doesn't have much time right now to watch a normal length anime, these ones will be a nice alternative. They are also very good and I totally recommend each and every one of them, from the simplest and shortest to the longest. A quick moment to thank the members of the channel. As per usual, you guys are amazing and you support me a lot, and I couldn't thank you enough. Thank you for everything and I hope you continue to support me in the future. Now guys, this is the top 10 wholesome anime. Did you find any anime that you haven't watched yet? Did you like it? If this video helped in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.